These games still haven't figured out how to pull off a proper Survivor Series match, but they have gotten Money in the Bank right. And Money in the Bank can be a game changer in your story mode. It's a guaranteed title shot. Winning this thing changes the game instantly, for better or worse. As a good guy, your Money in the Bank win can keep your character employed, even if the Authority wants to fire you. Or it might be the only non-Royal Rumble way to earn a title shot. But it's even more dangerous with the heels. General Manager Miz puts Triple H in the Money in the Bank match. Triple H backdrops Dolph Ziggler onto the ladder, but Jack Swagger stops Triple H from getting the belt. The Miz at ringside hops out of his wheelchair to shove Triple H off the ladder, and Triple H taking a bump to the outside of the ring would never happen in real life. Well, somebody's got to win, and that somebody is R-Truth with a little help from the Miz. Such a long-term friendship, that's just an awesome truth. But what if your character wants to cash in their Money in the Bank? Triple H can stop that from happening. He can force a bell to ring, and then Samoa Joe will just finish you right off. You lose your title shot, and then you're fired by the Authority. Sorry about your damn luck. Maybe to stop you, the Bullet Club reunites. AJ and Finn beat you down, and AJ remembers that when you were his lackey, you went against him. So now he's gonna cash in against you. You could be Kevin Owens, who waited over a year to cash in his briefcase. I wonder if that will be legal if they ever bring this storyline into real life.
How is this legal?
How come all these people don't cash it in and just provide a date? No sneaky run-in, just, I want to fight you at this show.
I'm not going to hold on to this for a long time or try to cash in when you're not expecting it. I'm challenging you to face me in the ring on SmackDown for your Universal Championship.
Stop being noble. Go for the easy win and get the title.
Before we had Money in the Bank, it was always the Royal Rumble where you would earn the title shot.
There's no preparing for these Royal Rumble matches. You just have to grit your teeth, clench your fists, and fight your way till the end.
The Rumble has been around for so long, you could play it in a 16-bit game. The Rumble is the best thing the WWE does, though part of me, with today's technology, wants to see if they could create WCW's World War III. 60 wrestlers, 3 rings, that could be fun. When your story mode wants to have a split pathway, this is the event that does it. If your story mode doesn't depend on you winning the thing. With a split path, you don't have to win the Royal Rumble. I'm a bit confused, though, on how Rumble entrants are picked. Sometimes your GM says that they could give you a certain number to enter from. Or if you win certain matches, it'll decide where you enter in the Rumble.
The Royal Rumble is the fast track to becoming number 1. So watch out. Everybody wants a shot. Now we gotta figure out how to qualify. Sometimes the GMs get 15 spots to use on their brand.
SmackDown's 15 slots are all filled. The only way I could get you in would be to kick someone else out.
The Royal Rumble is right around the corner, but for some reason you've been unusually silent about it.
I'm still deciding what I want to do.
If you're going to be even loosely associated with us, then we need full transparency. So are you going to attempt to qualify or no?
I think it would be a mistake if I didn't.
Sometimes they go with the strategy that if you win more matches, I'll give you a better number.
I'm just glad my entry number's so close to you two losers. I figure that's 2 easy eliminations right there.
No longer randomizing, but leaving it up to better wrestlers getting higher numbers.
Whoever wins advances in the entry order. Whoever gets pinned or taps out drops a few spots. The third man stays at the same position.
They get to the point where they start overcomplicating things.
You see, if you're fairly happy with your current number, you can compete in an Iron Man match tonight. When it's over, your opponent's number of pinfalls or submissions will be subtracted from yours. The resulting number will be added to your current entry number. So, if you score 3 points and your opponent scores 1, your entry number improves by 2. But if it's the other way around, your number falls by 2.
Even the rattlesnake is like, guys, you're making this way too complicated.
Or if you prefer to take a big risk for a big reward, you can compete tonight in a triple threat match against the number 1 and number 30 entrants. Win that match, and you'll get to enter the Royal Rumble last at number 30, which gives you a huge advantage. If you lose the triple threat, however, you'll enter at number 1 and have to face 29 other superstars in order to win.
And this is coming from a guy who, no matter what spot he was in the Rumble, was probably going to win.
Now then, let me give you your entry number to the Royal Rumble.
But other times, you have a bunch of random balls being spun, and you choose one.
Please choose a ball to get your place in the Royal Rumble match.
27. Those are pretty good odds right there.
Nice. 29. I'll definitely be seeing you in the ring.
Let me know when to stop.
I like the random spinning balls better.
Heal, you manga! Save your energy for that miserable John Cena.
Does Umaga even understand Royal Rumble rules?
You have bigger fish to fry than this freak, you manga. Let's get out of here at once.
You don't want to face off with Umanga in the Rumble. And sometimes these Rumble entry numbers seem very shady. Like somebody is manipulating to get a result they want.
I took the liberty of drawing numbers for my brand superstars already.
Ooh, ouch. Tough luck on that draw, buddy. Now I'm curious, where will I enter the Royal Rumble? I hope not too early.
What are you waiting for, Edge? I bet we can all guess what number you have.
Don't keep us in suspense here. Show us.
Hey, what do you know? Number 30. What are the odds of that?
Doesn't matter what number I have. I'll be seeing you in the Rumble. You and your little girlfriend can count on it.
Kennedy? What a jerk. I hope he breaks Santino's Royal Rumble record.
Management has started drawing entry numbers for the Royal Rumble. And I found out that you drew number 2.
Damn.
I know. I tried talking to Mandy, but she couldn't change it. There's only so much power I have around here.
Tensions run really high when you're in the Royal Rumble.
Just a few more spins.
Come on already.
You know you're used to riding my coattails, so just chill out.
It's gonna be pretty tough to win the Royal Rumble.
Take it from me, it's tough, but it's not impossible.
The Miz is already such a superstar. Maybe I'll do you a favor and trade numbers with you. You know, give you some time to put on a show.
Like his boy Randy Jackson, that's gonna be a no for
Fine.
Tatsu, dog.
You're gonna regret it when the Miz is on all the highlights.
It's not like you're gonna win from the number 4.
Leave it to the pure and randomness that all the sports betting sites need. Because when The Rock enters at number 31, how would a sportsbook know about that? Triple H hates your character. He set you up to lose.
Tough break, kid.
The Rock winning is just what's best for business. Okay, was this 2018 or 2024? Later, loser. Damn, Hunter, you're harsh. Okay, so now you go up to confront The Rock, and he said that he was misled too. He was just thrown into the Royal Rumble without knowing he was being used. And The Rock just wants to defuse this powder keg.
The Rock does apologize.
The Rock's got a plan to get you to WrestleMania. You're gonna be champ again. You just gotta tell Stephanie you're running her show now. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't really want to upset Stephanie. She's in constant resting bitch phase. When you badmouth the authority, it always comes back to haunt you. Plenty of people will have it explained to them in this video. As Mellencamp says,
the authority.
They always win. I hate that the WWE Universe loves you. Damn. Well, you could go to AEW. That way, you'd be able to see the Lincoln Memorial with Nyla Rose. Everyone must gather backstage to get their number. Oh, you got 2? Sucks to be you.
Yeah, that's me. Lucky number 13.
Yeah, mine isn't so good.
That's right. Read 'em and weep, fellas.
29? All right.
What a waste.
Your sorry butt will get tossed out by number 30.
In the video game world, MVPs won one, Montez Ford won one, and even Stone Cold picked up a fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner of the 2006 Royal Rumble.
Remember earlier when I said that these games like to recreate history? This time, Big Show and The Rock's double elimination spot from 2000. No, you held on. You're going to Mania. Well, Kurt Angle says that you're a Rumble cheat, and he has video evidence. Stephanie McMahon wants to have a debate. Will help settle who exactly won the Royal Rumble. Why not just have a match? Why are we talking this out?
An intelligence contest? I'm gonna need to see that.
JR understands. A debate? The f***? When we're at the debate, it's gonna be in a shady back room that looks like it's in a broken down police station. If you fight or lie, that's gonna strip you of your chance to be declared the Rumble winner. Kurt Angle says that you're a liar, and the evidence is on the tape that he just showed. The feet had to have hit from any angle, says Kurt, but Stephanie doesn't fully believe it. So the only way we're gonna settle this is with a one-on-one match at No Way Out.
It will allow us to settle who did win the Rumble. You've done it. You've outlasted 30 other superstars, the jobbers, the joke entries, the mid-carders who hang around for like 45 minutes and eliminate maybe one person, and the main eventers who arrive in the last 20 minutes and do all the eliminating. You know what? I got a good idea. Let's let Hogan win another Royal Rumble, brother.
I'll tell you, Cole, I love the Royal Rumble.
Whether you win or lose, it's gonna set you on course to what is usually the final part of your story mode.
I won the Royal Rumble. I remember thinking, hey, maybe I can hit 16.
That's the road to WrestleMania. If you've won the Rumble, this is gonna be when you finally get a shot at the champion. Oftentimes has spent the entire game trying to ruin your life. And it's often Triple H who your character has to take out at WrestleMania. You're the fast rising flame, and Triple H is ready to put you out. You don't deserve the honors you're getting. You're an ungrateful bastard. You, him, Mania. You've proven that you're worthy of being a top guy. You're not going to stop until you get revenge. This is your time to shine. I'm not a fan of when these characters get to shine too much, like the Battleground recruits. One Stone Cold pep talk before WrestleMania, and these Planeteer wannabes go to WrestleMania, and they beat The Undertaker's streak, take out the Bellas, NDX, dethrone Rey Mysterio as the top luchador, and The Rock blew him up. Great job, Stone Cold. Your recruits have successfully destroyed WWE. And after all that, they didn't even stick around. They all went back home.
I think that they also became some sort of a motorcycle gang.
These GMs suddenly just can't help themselves, and they're gonna make a brand versus brand championship match where we're gonna declare the ultimate champ. Everyone is now just really worked up about defending their brand. Team Spirit! Even if all that it's going to take is one draft for half these guys to now end up on the other show.
How do you feel about being in the main event? Is it not that important, or does it mean the world to you? At No Way Out, the lights are out, the ref is down, and Vince has slid a chair into the ring, pulling all the strings, and he's going to get you to WrestleMania. Kurt says, I won fair and square. I'm going to WrestleMania. Not so fast. Stephanie McMahon is here and she's gonna make it right for the fans. The CEO and the members of the board have determined that you cheated and you're gonna have a rematch at WrestleMania. Play fair. Stephanie always makes good business decisions. WrestleMania is just too important to have messed up. Because, as we've already gone over, WrestleMania is what every wrestler dreams of. And as Kane has famously said, if you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah.
That you got nothing for me to be jealous of.
Sounds good to me. And once you hear the chain gang when I pin your ass to the mat, you'll know why it's John Cena that's going to WrestleMania.
On the road to WrestleMania, you could run into a real roadblock. No, not the wrestler roadblock, but like a really, really tough opponent.
The psychopath, John Cena.
You're no longer getting basic thugonomics. You're getting advanced thugonomics. Cena's ready for WrestleMania. Cena is so ready that he just jumped ahead of everybody. Seth, Daniel, are you just gonna let Cena take the title shot? We're on the road to WrestleMania. And that's when every wrestler tries to get themselves on the card.
It's going to be settled once and for all with a special championship match at WrestleMania.
Maybe a championship reign or two thrown in for good measure, huh? And what better time to shoot for that than on the road to WrestleMania?
We get epic contract signings. Cause that's always riveting TV, right? Right?
Well, there it is, Taz. SmackDown's main event at WrestleMania has just been made official.
They're all stars in the movie in their head. They're all the main character. It's WrestleMania for them and no one else.
And besides, when you win at WrestleMania, one of the things you could do is get revenge on Vince McMahon for trying to destroy your life. How do you do that? Put him in a chicken suit. Make him do the chicken dance to end WrestleMania.
Vince McMahon, ladies and gentlemen.
Surprisingly, this isn't the only time where a chicken costume shows up in your story mode. What are you gonna do next? Make him dress like Santa Claus?
With his stable of Ecto, Annie Mae, get it? This clown that looks like John Wayne Gacy, Frankensteiner. I think this is Cocaine Bear, Bumblebee, Whitey the Snowman.
You're gonna finally win the world title.
By God, he did it! Raw has a new champion! And the new World Heavyweight Champion! The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
Everyone is so happy for you. On the surface. You know they're not happy. They're trying to figure out how they can get the belt around their waist. They're gonna bitch and whine about how they deserve the next title shot. You're the face of the company. Look at all the money they've spent on fireworks and confetti. We've gotten to the point in these games where you could win the championship a lot earlier in story mode, like being the hot shot who wins it at SummerSlam, and then you piss off the Authority, they do everything in their power to make you lose the belt, and tell you you're never gonna get a title shot ever again. The rest of the story mode has you trying to figure out how to climb back up the ladder and get back at the Authority. I thought Vince liked me. He congratulated me for my success. WCW is quick to remind you that you're just one of many who've held the world title.
Good old WCW. Sting takes the title. Wow, with an ending screen like that, it almost makes me miss the video montage. Was WWE at the time any better? Well, this is what you get when you win the world title in WWF WrestleMania 2000. When you win in WWF in your house, it's just the Titantron video.
Just a sexy boy.
And you get the ultimate reward when you win in the DS. John Cena's respect. You could win the belt with your girl at your side, or just to piss off your boss. There's a lot of ways they can present you the title. Maybe it's in this Olympic-like ceremony?
I acknowledge you as the champion of champions.
Thanks, Vince. Those might be the nicest words you've ever said to me, though that's not really saying a lot.
Or you just take somebody's soul and celebrate with the world title. The goal is always to be the top dog, to call your own shots, to leave a trail of bodies as you celebrate winning the championship.
17 times a world champion. That's incredible. Triple H is once again the King of Kings.
I'm a 17-time world champion.
You've climbed the corporate ladder. Where do you go from here? If you said, star in a WWE film, you'd be right. Vince McMahon sends a message to Stephanie that he's holding auditions for a new WWE film. Because the E stands for entertainment, damn it. Everyone is pushing that you need to audition for this film. WWE Magazine says that this is a make or break for your career. It could change your life forever. That's nothing to scoff at. Once in a lifetime to star in Lockdown? That sounds like a Jean-Claude Van Damme knockoff movie. Carlito wants this gig, but everyone laughs at how bad his acting is.
He's bigger than both of us, baby. This crazy world just wasn't made for the likes of us.
Carlito doesn't take that lightly.
And it isn't about me. This is bigger than both of us, baby.
And blasts you in the back of the head with a lighting rig. Your acting before Carlito took you out impressed Stephanie enough. And if you keep winning matches, that role is yours. Is that how Hollywood works now? If so, Chris Pratt must be great in ladder matches. Stephanie leaves you a message. She's not sure who's gonna get the role. This movie is a buddy movie, and you're gonna star alongside a very electrifying co-star. Oh God. It's not President Rock again, is it? The limo is here. Let's just say hi to the wait a minute. It's the star of Hell Comes to Frogtown. The man himself.
You got some trouble that the old hot rod can help you out with. Well, I used to chew bubble gum and kick ass, but I give up chewing bubble gum. So now I can kick twice as much ass.
Roddy Piper makes everything so much better.
Come on, kid. Man, you have no idea.
Why else would I take time out of my life to tier rank every Piper's Pit, which you can see on my channel?
Carlito is at a major disadvantage at getting this WWE film. You got Roddy Piper backing you.
Did you see that? You took my advice and you picked up the win now. That's the way it works.
Okay, Piper, it's a microphone. You don't have to scream everything into it. It picks up everything just fine.
Shoot, as long as they follow my advice, even the most mediocre superstars can make it to the top in this business. That's why I'm hot rod, you're not.
As you can tell, Piper is just a bit nuts, which is why he chair shots everyone. He's only in it for himself. It's his role to take. Stephanie and Coach have decided the role will be up for grabs in a ladder match. You, Nitro, Carlito, and even Roddy Piper? Steph, at this point, Roddy Piper was already in his mid-50s. You're gonna put him in a ladder match? You're sick. Well, when you win the match, Roddy Piper is super pissed with the result. Who would have guessed? The mid-50s wrestler is not able to win a ladder match. And then we have Trey, whose goal was to always star in a WWE movie. They're fine pieces of art.
Who could forget our legendary battle over the lead role in Rank and File 4?
So Trey heads off to the Rank and File 4 audition, and that's where he begins a feud with The Miz. Also, what's up, Bo Dallas? Red, she doesn't really want to act.
You mention that every year on that weird holiday you invented where you binge all of them from start to finish.
You mean Ranksgiving Day?
Miz wants to let you know that you have no shot, and also, if Trey loves Rank and File movies so much,
why, if you were a fan of this franchise, would you be trying to steal The Miz's role? Wouldn't that end up killing the entire franchise?
Do you really think the Rank and File franchise could continue without the most accomplished WWE superstar / actor in history?
So you're at the audition, and they give you different options in the dialogue tray.
The bomb is wired inside of Chloe's jet ski. So you're going to have to make a decision. Stay here so I don't get away, or go save her and a bunch of innocent dolphins. What's it going to be?
If you choose the wrong one, you're gonna fail the audition.
The only thing I love more than the bottle is bottlenose dolphins. Letting you escape is a risk I'm gonna have to take.
While I admire your passion, I'm having trouble believing you. Collect yourself and try again.
Back of the line, wannabe.
I gotta know more about these Rank and File movies.
Dolphins who are able to disable bombs themselves?
Those are bomb-disabling dolphins. So the only one who's gonna be sleeping with the fishes is you.
Quick reference to the old WWE Network show Swerve.
Did they bring back Swerved?
And now you've stolen the Miz's gig. I gotta be honest, if I was an outside fan, I would also be a little bit pissed if I wanted to watch Rank and File 4 and it no longer stars The Miz. That's like watching Kickboxer 2 and instead of JCVD, you get Sasha Mitchell. Is this director related to Simpkin from earlier?
You'll be getting a call from my agent, my entertainment lawyer, and my regular lawyer.
I actually don't have a phone, but I'd be happy to meet with them in person at my treehouse in the woods outside of Austin.
Red is coerced into also auditioning, but she's not going to put that much effort into it.
No. I don't know how else to say this. I don't want to be in your movie.
Well, Von Braun, she wants in. She wants to have an acting career and be way better than Ronda Rousey.
I'm here because I'm using my MMA success to dabble in Hollywood. Kind of like Ronda Rousey did, only way better.
We all know that Von Braun and Red hate each other, so this ends in a fight.
And scene.
When Trey is fired, he has to resort to doing green screen work, where Miz interrupts him while also wearing a green screen suit.
I hate you, Nermal, almost as much as I hate Mondays.
So many fights on set. Miz is tossed off the set, and Von Braun leaves with him. She's not coming back until Trey is fired.
I'm sorry to inform you that the production on Rank and File 4 has been temporarily shut down.
So the role is now going to be put up for grabs in a ladder match. Von Braun thinks she's got the upper hand by distracting Trey, but Red comes out and tosses her into an LED screen. Trey has beaten The Miz.
Oh, forget rank and file movies. I want to know about this office drama that starred R-Truth.
Although I heard R-Truth pitch the producers on making it an office drama with him as a star, and it's under strong consideration, so we'll see.
So at the Hall of Fame, we learn that they're already up to a rank and file 7. We have the director Alfie in 2K24. He accidentally interrupts the Cap in her match, costing her the victory.
How would you like to be in a major motion picture?
Alfie just wants the Cap in his movie. It could be in a blockbuster action movie with Cena,
or this quirky independent that starred Dave Bautista.
Cap, she wants to do the John Cena thing. So here's a shot of Cap and Cena on set. The film is Mudslide 2. That's the sequel to the film from President Rock. Cap has big dreams of working in Hollywood, which is why she's now filming a green screen show with Trish Stratus.
We're looking at it, and we're looking at it. Oh, look at her. And we're running, and we're running, and we're running, and we're running. Creeping in, creeping in, creeping, backing out, backing out, backing out. And come in for a high five. And now stand back to back. Brilliant! Whoa, 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 whoa! Cut, 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 cut!
I don't know what they're filming, but I'm excited to watch it. Liv Morgan is having none of that. Cap's whole career should be hers.
If you hadn't stolen that show from me, I'd be the one celebrating the major movie premiere.
So stop if you've heard this one before, but the whole thing ends with a fight on stage. Liv, you did pass on the show. It's good to see that Cena's Hollywood career is still going.
I worry big movie people will no longer answer your phone calls. Because of that, Santino decided he will star in the sequel to your Macho Police action motion picture, 12 Rounds.
Or you could always go the reality TV show route, like The Miz. That guy came up through reality TV.
You're too busy off filming episodes of your terrible reality show that no one watches.
Wow, he must have made a lot of money being on all those reality shows. MTV had to have paid him a good amount of money. Where did it all go? Oh, Nigerian princes. I wonder if Prince Nana got some of that money.
You know, this Vince McMahon guy seems a little off. He comes out to greet you like he's a proud dad, and then he starts yelling at you. Is this guy a family-oriented guy? He has to be close with his family. That's why his daughter wants to help him do some heel shit. Daddy Vince must sometimes discipline the superstars when they start acting up. Where's your thank you, Edge? After the opportunity I just gave you. Not even his son-in-law Triple H can abuse his GM powers. Only Vince is allowed to do that.
So you've got that long to get the hell out of my ring before you're the one who's going on vacation. And by God, I mean a permanent one.
It's rich that the guy doing a Kiss My Ass Club will tell you that you're stepping over the line. But you know who could kiss Vince's ass? WCW. Vince still holds a grudge. Sure, Eric Bischoff is here working for him, but he doesn't trust Eric, even with Eric sucking up to Vince McMahon.
That's brilliant. Just brilliant.
You're defending your championship, not belt. Vince doesn't allow that.
Without me, this title
is just a belt.
Some people will step to Vince, like Randy Orton here. He only has the balls because he has a contract that Vince can't go against.
A guaranteed title shot thanks to Eric Bischoff.
A guaranteed rematch? How could you do that?
You're fired, Eric. You're gonna have a tune-up match versus Chuck Palumbo to defend WWE?
Chuck Palumbo?
When it comes to defending WWE, Vince will go in the cage and fight off WCW legends. Ooh, that's a low blow. Is Vince really standing toe-to-toe with the Big Show? Vince seems like a fine, upstanding boss. He just wants the best from you and others. He's gonna dispense some advice, and that's gonna help you become the best wrestler you can be.
This is what you want, isn't it? So now you're gonna have to prove it to me.
Ruthless aggression is what it takes. Even in the new games, he was using the old catchphrase. You've dreamt of headlining WrestleMania, which is why Vince is gonna sell the dream to you. That's why you're gonna suffer through his abuse. Just to pull this off, when Vince says that you have what it takes to be the face of the WWE, it's just gonna make your rivals jealous. You gotta be more than a wrestler. You gotta be an entertainer. You gotta make history. Cash in that money in the bank. Vince is gonna be in your ear the moment you arrive and sign that contract.
And superstars make me a legend. And that's what I expect from you. To become a master of this business. And that's your responsibility, pal.
You're gonna get told that you need to win matches, but there's something more important than wins and losses. It's entertainment.
Taz, sometimes a superstar's value to SmackDown can't be measured by a one-loss record. As long as he comes out here every night and entertains the fans, that's all that matters.
And if you do that, Vince will start tossing out career options.
Hey, I've had my eye on you for a while. I've got an offer for you.
And you better stay on his good side. Or maybe Vince McMahon is just evil, and he only cares about what makes him a legend. He'll use you up and toss you aside.
I didn't make this match because I wanted to see the #1 contender run away from a fight. I want to see blood and guts. Beat your opponent until he can't get up. Then pin him or make him tap.
He only cares if he's remembered.
There are superstars in this company who don't understand the first rule of working in WWE. You don't cross the boss.
And never sneeze around the big boss. Never.
You see, for any single superstar who has the audacity to defy me, there are many more who know exactly how advantageous it is to have Vince McMahon in their corner.
He's going to induct himself into the Hall of Fame.
I cannot begin to tell you how humbled I am to accept this great honor, which I deserve more than anyone else in sports entertainment history.
Vince even brings wrestling to their town.
Vince has to be a terrible boss to work for all the reasons you know about. But in this, just because, like, he's always in a bad mood.
It's up to you to make an impact. So what are you waiting around for? Get going and convince me that I did make a mistake by hiring you.
Or the fact that if Tommy Dreamer does a bad job, he's gonna toss him from a moving plane.
You know what happens with undesirable cargo, don't you? It's jettisoned.
That's some real mafia level shit.
If my general manager fails, then I fail, and Vince McMahon never fails. You failed in your job, but if I fire you, it means I failed by hiring you. So you get another chance, and pray you don't blow it. Now you have 5 seconds to get out of my sight.
Are you gonna stop Vince? So we had those Benoit segments from earlier that really aged poorly. Vince is in the same category. Vince McMahon arrives in a limo. JR, I have a feeling something terrible is going to happen tonight.
Vince isn't gonna hire wimps. He wants gladiators. Then how come he didn't hire Wolf?
You might want to know that I'm the one who put all those gladiator ideas in Vince's head.
You gotta prove your loyalty to him.
It's just a really smart business decision to work with the boss. But now you gotta watch his unhinged behavior. He's snapping at the male stars and harassing the women.
Make sure you get an eyeful, honey. I might be the last real man in this damn arena.
Then he rips a door off its hinges. That's normal behavior.
Ask for gladiators, and all I get are gutless cowards.
What's really rich when Vince lectures you about your extracurricular activities. No, Deborah, don't go into Vince's office. You do know that if Vince McMahon sends you a text, don't look at it at all. Another message says that our days are numbered. What I want, I get.
What I want, I get.
Who is he, Diddy? Listen to another message he sent.
But sooner or later, your luck will run out, my friend. Might have won a major battle tonight, but it's Vincent Kennedy McMahon who will win this war. I guarantee it.
Vince, this is harassment.
You're saying no to me? Vincent Kennedy McMahon? You just made the biggest mistake of your career, pal.
Porters, you want to ask him about that instead?
I need to remind you of just one thing you're not, and that's the boss.
Vince is such a goddamn creep that being able to beat the hell out of him is super satisfying. It used to be because he was an evil boss, but knowing what we know now, yeah.
Stone Cold. Screwed Stone Cold. Oh my gosh, look at this!
Or risk your own health just to hurt him.
And you even have options. You could force him to join the Kiss My Ass Club.
How humiliating. I hope Rikishi wiped.
You could smack him in the head with a mic, or crush his grapefruits. Honestly, crushing his grapefruits will probably benefit us all. Vince is happy you're making a name, but you're not the biggest yet. He can make you the best. Are you gonna shake hands with the devil, or punch him? Be careful what you choose. This man has done so many despicable things. Yeah, you can destroy his property, and go all stone cold on him.
Destroy Vince's Mania signage, and sink his battleship. Look at his face as he pulls up in his limo. And he's gonna be so mad that for the main event of WrestleMania, it's gonna be you versus him. And then when you beat him, his own daughter's gonna come out and give all her dad's money to the fans? Stephanie is not that nice.
But you gotta remember, this is Mega Man of the Year.
It is with great pride that I accept the title of Mega's Man of the Year from Mega Magazine.
So let's toy with him a little. We could mess with the mic, or add some screen graphics to humiliate him.
Somebody back there is about this close to getting fired.
Vince McMahon is giving a legit
Vince
speech.
McMahon is not a one-dimensional person.
And you're gonna draw a dick on him.
That's not funny. I'm the Man of the Year, damn it.
No wonder he blasts you in the head with a chair shot. Unprotected.
Good luck with the lawsuits, Vince.
You're able to finally defeat him at WrestleMania, and you're gonna return the favor. But Santino stops you. Lawler's got a good point. You do need Vince for that paycheck. AEW isn't around yet.
Out comes Mark Henry, and you're able to fend off these two kiss asses.
On the mic, you call Vince McMahon the boss from hell, and then you switch over to a first-person view. You're sick of the boring speeches and all these arbitrary rulings. Vince owes everyone. At some point in story mode, Vince McMahon starts focusing all his psychotic energy on you. And he's even got goons.
Palumbo and A-Train are worth every penny I paid for them, and I paid a lot of pennies, believe me.
You're gonna have to go out and do his dirty work. Vince McMahon wants your character to come to the ring, just so Santino can try to sneak attack you. You're not on a first-name basis with Vince. He's Mr. McMahon to you.
My name is Mr. McMahon, by the way. Well, I guess you didn't have what it takes to be a champion, huh? You know what it takes? It takes Vince McMahon. That's what it takes.
Vince McMahon is gonna pay for his sins. Hey, I wonder if this is how Nails felt. When they recreated the Summer of Punk, it shows that Vince McMahon will do anything to stop a superstar that he's not a fan of. He'll even work with his co-defendant, Johnny Ace. This guy has even made his own television network out of spite. And I'm not talking the WWE network.
It appears that Mr. McMahon himself is going to teach Crush Hour's new champ a lesson of his own about ruthless aggression behind the wheel.
Yeah, he thought the next great thing to do after his failed venture in football and bodybuilding was car combat. The ego on this guy.
The landscape of television has changed again, thanks to the outcome of Crush Hour. Seems our friends at the WWE are ready to go back to what they do best. It's out of the kitchen, out of the outback, and back to the ring. Yes, a lot has changed, but one thing remains the same: the rising popularity of WWE's Crush Hour.
Lesson learned: never cross the boss. Vince McMahon, like the CIA, has 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. People will sell their soul just to advance up the ladder. You could get too full of yourself, and now you're gone.
Get even with me? Even with me? I'm the chairman of a billion-dollar company. I built this business into what it is today. I made WrestleMania, the granddaddy of them all. I made it into what it is today. I'm even a former WWE champion, damn it. Get even? Oh no. He's got no chance in hell of getting even with Vince McMahon. Once it's over, nobody will ever say no to Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
What if you were to push back against Vince McMahon? You might get a few temporary wins.
I've been empowered to return as general manager and strip you of all administrative powers until after WrestleMania.
You might fancy yourself like the Texas Rattlesnake, the old Stone Cold. Oh, you mean this Stone Cold? The one who Vince McMahon is calling on the phone? They seem awfully BFF. Here they are in the ring together.
Hope you've had your fun because Vince McMahon and the WWE champion are about to take you to the extreme.
You're gonna go up against Vince when the guy who always went up against Vince is now like his best friend. Sure, why not? Let's take another pot shot at ECW. Even though you own it now.
Your little company made quite a name for itself with them back in the bingo hall circuit, didn't you? Well, after tonight, you realize this isn't a bingo hall. This is the WWE.
And as slimy, awful, terrible as we all know that Vince McMahon is, at least he's not this guy.
Throw to fight, kid. We're gonna make a fat stack of money. But cross him, and we're done. Is the rest of the McMahon family just as bad?
Linda McMahon actually showed up in one of these games. She's the one who makes the executive decisions. She's the one you see right before the draft.
Shane McMahon. I'd put him as a chaotic neutral. He could be the guy who tries to help you out, but then when he's busted, turns on you.
Guys, listen up. Here's the plan.
Heard enough? More than enough. So this is how you and your sister repay me, huh? By plotting against me?
He wants to retire his dad.
Listen, I'm gonna inherit this company from my old man someday. So why should I wait for him to decide to retire? If he beat my father's favorite at Survivor Series, then maybe the great Vince McMahon will lose some of his appetite for the business.
But then doesn't want to retire his dad.
So who's the mastermind then?
Well, Dad, it's someone who's been a thorn in your side for a little while now.
This has to be based on their real-life relationship. They seem to run kinda hot and cold. What is their father-son dynamic? Just Katy Perry?
Oh my God, what?
Honestly, Shane just looks out for Shane.
Thinking, turning down ECW's offer? Do you know what I had to go through to set that up? You better get the job done at Survivor Series, or I swear I will make your life a living hell.
With all the GMs you deal with, at least Shane gives the appearance of wanting to help. If you get attacked, Shane will actually take the time to formally investigate.
Jericho, I'm going to say this slowly. I am here to help you. I wasn't even at the Rumble. I was as surprised as you were when that code junk played. Now don't even question me again, or the next code you'll see will be, you're fired.
He may not get results, but he is looking.
My people have zeroed in on someone without an alibi. Sounds suspicious to me. Go meet him in the ring now.
And even if you choose not to believe it, Shane McMahon is exactly like his father. He's not trying to help you. He may be actively working against you. Like his father, Shane has his own goons.
Get him!
Wait, why are they surrounding Jericho? They're treating him like a common criminal. What is going on around here? What about our main event title match?
Maybe, like John Cena here, you could be like Chris Jericho and complain about old Shane McMahon.
Silver Spoon Shane is gonna make me defend my WWE title against 5 other superstars in the Elimination Chamber and Unforgiven, huh? Nah, it's cool. You see, I'm sure being locked in a cage with 5 dudes is Shane's idea of a good time.
Come on, Cena. Not cool with the gay jokes. Just let Shane be Shane.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
You wanted to see me, Shane?
And Shane is considered the nice McMahon.
Stephanie, on the other hand, do not get on her bad side. If you don't do her dirty work, she's gonna ruin your career. She's her dad. You must respect her authority. Just do her bidding.
But not her full bidding.
So have you had enough yet?
There's still time for you to just give up now and save yourself a world of pain. Don't be an idiot. Think of your career and not your pride.
Like, really? What good do you think nailing a good "your mom" joke is gonna do for your career? Linda didn't deserve that. Don't get involved in the McMahon family drama.
It's your career. If humiliating Vince will help you in the eyes of Stephanie, it could be worth it.
Almost sorry I got you into this, but trust me. When it's all said and done and my dad learns some humility, it will all have been worth it.
You think it's gonna help you, and then suddenly the family is all back on the same page, and you're on the outside.
Daddy! Shut up!
Stephanie McMahon is the girl boss to end all girl bosses. Everyone has to tell you how smart and wonderful and tough she actually is.
Forget do we love Bobby, it's do we love Stephanie.
You may be a big, strong wrestler, but she's gonna put you in your place.
What? It's your fault Big Show was hurt in the first place, Chris. Do you think I'm an idiot? Nobody messes with my main events, especially not you.
But fired?
Get out before I decide to throw you out of here on principle. Under authorization of the WWE Board of Directors, you are hereby stripped of the position of General Manager effective immediately.
Steph will fire you.
I'm regaining the position, and believe me, you have a lot to answer for.
No one knows better about having their life destroyed by Stephanie than Triple H, who's her real-life husband and her kayfabe ex-husband.
No way you're going to survive what the McMahons have in store for you, right? I've decided to join them and put you out of your misery and theirs.
And HBK is a real bro. Yeah, he's got Triple H's back. He also can't stand Stephanie. There's always been a little friction between HBK, Triple H's best friend, and Stephanie McMahon, Triple H's wife.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Look, what on earth do I have to do to convince you that the Heartbreak Kid deserves that shot?
Sean, we've been through this. John Cena is just about the perfect man. For Raw's future success, I mean.
Why, Miss McMahon, I do believe you've got just a tiny little crush on John Cena.
Don't be ridiculous.
But hey, at least she's gonna look hot doing it. I'm not objectifying her. These games actually play up her sexiness. Chest shots.
Follow me.
Ha! Video game Stephanie is looking pretty good. Which is why I guess they put her in fictional bikini contests. She was never in any of those in the WWE. But in the game, it's fine. Though these also might be beauty contests. And Stephanie McMahon is not just hot, but she's a girl boss. She's the most girl boss to ever have girl bossed.
Remind me not to get on her bad side.
Hey, there's only one dominant female in the WWE, ladies, and you're looking at her.
Fortunately, my daughter Stephanie is a former general manager, and I'm sure she'll fill in admirably until you return.
Stephanie starts warming up to you, almost being flirty.
Hey there. I asked my brother Shane for your number because I know you came through for him in a big way last month. I've got something similar planned for this month, if, you're interested.
I mean, would I say no?
I just read that interview I gave, and wow, is my face red. I hope I didn't embarrass you too. Good luck in your match this week. I'm definitely looking forward to watching it.
She's coming on to me. I'm not imagining this, am I? Stephanie says she has a crush on you in the recent WWE magazine.
Then she starts leaving you flirty messages, and Vince McMahon is not feeling that.
You better make sure that nothing happens to my little girl, or there's going to be hell to pay.
Undertaker, in an interview with WWE magazine, is not amused that you're the world champ and you're mixing business and pleasure. I guess you're off to wrestler's court. Stephanie hands you back your belt, but then pinches you on the butt.
Your aura is too much for Stephanie to resist. She's got to call you again, and then Vince calls you again.
I don't like how close you're getting with my daughter. I've specifically forbidden her to get involved with any of my superstars, and there will be severe consequences or anyone who defies me.
Alright, pot calling the kettle, you know, yeah, okay. Stephanie says that she's got a surprise for you that she thinks you might like. Well, the next week, she's in the ring, and she proposes to you.
You could do way worse. So next week, you're gonna get married.
What the hell?
Better not even think about accepting that proposal, mister. I swear, I will make your life a living hell.
This is a lot less wrestling and a lot more Taylor Swift song.
Being married to Steph is no picnic. Then again, it might be one of the best career moves you ever make. So, hey, you might want to consider it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know my proposal came as a shock to you, and I've tried to be patient and give you time to think about it. But the suspense is killing me. I need to know. Is it yes or no? Yes or no. You gotta let it go.
Do it. Become a house husband to Stephanie. Honestly, I don't see that much of a downside.
I don't know if you've agreed to my daughter's ridiculous proposal or not, but it doesn't matter. There's no way I'm letting that wedding take place, and my son Shane will see to it.
And Stephanie gets left at the altar.
Utterly heartless. No, a woman scorned. A McMahon woman scorned.
And now Vince is pissed. There was no winning in this situation, was there?
You broke my little girl's heart. Now, I'm going to break you.
Stephanie was just screwing with you as a rating stunt. She sends us an apology DM photo.
Do you know who isn't going to send you a pleasant DM? Triple H, Stephanie's husband.
You'd better be ready for the beating of a lifetime.
The King of Kings has been taking names since WWF in your house. He's the final boss, the man who destroys lives, and he's gonna do it in the ring and with creative control. He'll be the GM. He'll run the company. He is part of the family, you know. So how are you gonna win? If Triple H hits you with a sledgehammer or a pipe, who are you gonna complain to? To Vince? That guy is standing side by side with him. It's just a matter of time until your title belts go back to Triple H. He's got Vin Man's blessing.
You beat Triple H for the World Heavyweight title? You're a funny guy, Hurricane.
Triple H lives under his own rules, which is why he's always sticking his nose in your storylines. I get it, Triple H. You're the most coolest badass wrestler that's ever wrestled.
There was a memo going around saying that Triple H cannot, under any circumstances, be shown in promotional materials, commercials, ads, screenshots, and gameplay in a vulnerable position or getting pinned.
They didn't say anything about recreating the H face. Too bad Jericho or Sheamus didn't have this same policy applied to them.
Pedigree! Triple H is a 16-time world champion.
Triple H always humiliating Jericho, whether it's in a video game or real life.
If I remember, you talked this same trash before every other tail whipping I gave you. For once, I agree with you.
And do you think in 2K25 or 26, a Triple H who doesn't suffer from a heart condition will seek his revenge on Cody for smashing the throne? If you've got a real-life heart condition, I guess you're gonna be a full-time authority. Triple H does have a mind for professional wrestling. Vince McMahon's son-in-law is now the guy who runs the current games. The authority is always in charge, and they decide who to push and who not to push. Triple H says that you guys may have got off to a rocky start, but now he could see you being a future guy, and he's open to making you the top guy. But don't hold your breath. You gotta play ball. You gotta lose to our chosen guys. But if you say no, Triple H is gonna make things very tough for you. He considers you saying no a slap in the face.
What's the big hurry, Buzz? Don't you want to stay? Have some catering? I mean, it might be a good idea. Who knows where your next meal is going to be coming from after I just tore your little indie fed to pieces.
He's done a lot for you. You can still bounce back. Try to impress him again. Maybe win Money in the Bank. But do not cash in on our world champion. We'd have no issue, though, if you want to go after the US or Intercontinental title. Do you obey? Or do you defy them? If you work with them, you might eventually be their chosen champ. Eventually. If you side with them, it'll say that you're a company man, and you don't want to make waves, so you're gonna go along with this. You gotta know that Triple H runs things, not you, and the only one above him is Vince. You can't just leapfrog other stars. You'll get your shot when they tell you. You're a green rookie. He's a champ, and you're never gonna get a title shot. Triple H will work with you before you have a rematch with Samoa Joe. Do you trust him? Your character is now a hot commodity, and Triple H has to protect his investment. So that's why you run into Samoa Joe's locker room and try to deck him. Triple H has now got to buy extra security because you just can't stop backstage fighting with Samoa Joe. And now you're suspended. Good thing you have a friend in Mick Foley who begs Stephanie to give you another shot. Ugh. You're a thorn in her side, and you won't leave her alone until you get a title shot. She can't take you out of the Rumble, but her and Triple H will do anything they can to stop your career. Triple H is going to give you one last warning. Fall back. Do not cross him. He's pretty serious now. Your career is going to be pretty rough if you keep trying to go against him. And you just call him the Queen of Queens. You're now your own man. He's not that rebellious anymore. Get out of my office and off my show. Daniel Bryan, though, was very impressed with you standing up to Triple H.
What if instead of going against Triple H, you join the Authority? Help him take down nuisances like the old Stinger here. But now you've got a different enemy. Sting points his bat at you, which means you're as good as dead.
The crew of Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane, they're gonna protect you. But when has that ever stopped Sting?
It's Sting!
You escape.
And Sting, the Stinger is in hot pursuit. You do not cross the Stinger.
And that buys enough time for Triple H to sneak up behind Sting and hit him with a sledgehammer. The Authority always gets what they want.
Triple H picks the winners and losers, who his champ will be, and if it's not you, just lay down and let the other person take over. It's what's best for business.
It is a good move to listen to a veteran like Triple H with the amount of influence that he's always had. You don't talk and dress like this if you don't think it will eventually pay off.
Are you serious? That was the worst display of athleticism I have ever seen. The way you bobbled around the ring. You're lucky to have even made it to the WWF. Let me show you how a true thoroughbred wins these battles.
And Triple H ruled the wrestling world. You could step up to face him, or just step aside.
Your retirement match, because as long as I am alive, you will never step foot in a ring again. Now we're finished.
He could make this easy on you.
I ran into Triple H earlier and assured him your stunt last week was just a one-time thing. You're lucky he thought it was good TV, or you might be out of a job.
Triple H thought I was entertaining? That's great.
But you need to earn your title shot, when Triple H just gets infinite title shots.
You've got to be kidding me. How many chances will Triple H get at the WWE Championship?
I want this, I want that.
Give it a rest, will you? I mean, Triple H, when will you learn? I don't care what you want.
Another guy who didn't bow to the Authority was The Lock.
Yeah, this is the same guy who whined about a gimmick that he was given to start off his career.
These recent setbacks were just a result of those early decisions that were out of my hands and way above my pay grade.
Wham, that's all I heard.
This was an idea from the VP of Talent Development,
Shawn Michaels.
You think HBK is just making calls that will ruin your career, and Shawn Michaels is out to confront you. He's pissed. The Lock thinks you mishandled his career, but HBK just says,
trust the process.
But I'm not going to trust the process any longer.
You want the truth? You complain all the time, and you dump things that we've dumped a lot of money into. After one match, you didn't even give it a shot. And then I had to convince Randy Orton and MVP to restart their stables just to boost your ego. And you threw that away.
Don't you ever confuse potential with success. Because you might have all the potential in the world, but it doesn't mean anything if you can't get out of your own way.
When HBK goes to leave, you accidentally cause him to fall into the steel steps, and that seriously injures HBK. Triple H is pissed that you just snuck attack his best friend, so he's gonna fire the Lock. The Lock is now forced to do motion capturing for WWE games, but Sami Zayn arrives with his documentary camera just to make fun of you.
Is that my old buddy, The Lock? Doing mocap for WWE 2K?
He basically calls you a loser.
Oh, and look, I even have WWE here to document the whole thing.
You could have had all the benefits of working with the Authority. Is he hitting the T-pose? Well, you're sick of Sami Zayn, and you're gonna beat his ass down.
You think you're better than me? Huh? Answer me!
Okay, so now Sami Zayn is gonna sue you for assault, and you're fired from even working on WWE video games. When you finally come back to the WWE, you're gonna interrupt HBK.
You might have maneuvered your way back to WWE, but that doesn't mean I can't make your life a living hell. Now that you're here.
The Lock is a whiner. He made his own bad choices.
But what about Buzz? Buzz was just unlucky.
Baron Blade introduces Buzz to Triple H.
You trained him, Baron?
I did. He's one of my top students.
I'll try not to hold that against him.
For your tryout, you go up against Braun Strowman. For your live debut, you're told, hey, be dynamic. Cut a live promo on your cell phone.
Actually, you know what? Hey, Triple H, you say listen to your audience? Well, the audience is saying that I'm good enough to go straight to the main roster, which actually, I think I proved it tonight by going toe-to-toe with Braun Strowman in a steel cage and not backing down, but...
Oh boy, already starting crap with the Authority. That's when Buzz gets jumped by a mystery man. Your character, Matt Bloom, Triple H, and Baron Blade review the tape.
I'm rescinding the contract offer. Leave the building or I will have security escort you out.
Buzz is innocent. Triple H isn't trying to hear that. He has power even over Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. What he says goes.
I say fire someone, and WWE wishes them luck in their future endeavors.
He's gonna ruin your life so bad that you're gonna struggle to even put food on the table.
So if you mess up even once, Buzz, you're done.
Well, now he's on the main roster thanks to Daniel Bryan. Him and Shane helped you get a job.
Your brother-in-law Shane and I are in charge of SmackDown, not you. So actually, we call the shots.
Ooh, this is getting good.
My advice, just fill up on all the SmackDown soda and pizza backstage. You're already kind of a pariah.
What about when Red risked everything so that Trey could get a job? She said, Triple H, I won the tournament, but please, if you want to sign me, you gotta sign Trey. Triple H will do anything for Buzz to lose the title. He's gonna stack the deck. It's gonna be The Bar and Samoa Joe versus Buzz. Braun's here. He wants revenge. He's gonna beat you down. He's gonna toss you into a glass pot. It's not gonna be enough. You still win the Elimination Chamber.
Sucks to be Triple H in this scenario. The Authority failed. But another game asked, what would it have been like had the Authority won? Oh god, I shudder to think what the WWE would be like. Maybe it's this WWE Tron-like world where all the divas are also part computer. And my favorite Tron-related wrestler, I think has to be Carmella.
The antivirus, Carmella!
You know where she's from? The internet.
And from the internet.
We got hackers, laser ropes. The bad guys fight for the system. But we also have Asuka and her hacker resistance. And you gotta be skilled to stop Cyborg Nia Jax.
And their opponents, in 1-4 J4X, in 1-5 J4X, and in 1-6 J4X.
I was talking about wrestling video games. I honestly never thought I would say the phrase Cyborg Nia Jax. Mexibliss. Where's this audience cheering from? And why is the ref still dressed like it's the 1980s, where everybody else has gone Tron? Just Whatever you do, don't let the Authority win.
Is that the kind of place you want to live in? That looked awful. That looked awesome!
We gotta unplug from the net. Be like Stone Cold. He just yanks. It's over. He ain't hearing any of this. Stone Cold Steve Austin must be surprisingly wholesome if he has absolutely no fear of somebody going on his computer and checking out his search history. Do it the old school way. Listen to guys like Shawn Michaels. Just get out there and do your laps.
Triple H was pretty smart building stables where he'd get more power and have allies. People who'd have his back. You can do that as well. You could be the next DX, which is something that actually is suggested by Stephanie.
I've been in this industry long enough to see many groups come and go. The Generation X, Evolution, the Four Horsemen. We, the United Kingdom, are superior to your Four Horsemen.
Is this the new DX? Shelton Benjamin wants you to be in a group with him, Gregory Helms, and HBK.
HBK and I have been talking about our new group, and he said he's had his eye on you.
But 4 might be a crowd.
HBK is gonna super kick ya.
And he did it because Shelton and Gregory Helms didn't want you working with HBK.
There's only so much room under the learning tree. Me, you, and that other guy. 3's a crowd.
You're telling me.
HBK is kind of upset. He hit an innocent man. Well, if you're upset about hitting that innocent man, go apologize to Stan.
Hey, Sean, what's up? We were, just talking about...
I know. I heard everything.
Okay, so Sean's back out here to apologize to you. He broke the band up.
After that stunt they pulled with you, I broke up the band, so to speak.
Or maybe you can do what MVP did and just start your own country.
This is the last time you're gonna see MVP as a citizen of this country.
William Regal likes that idea. Umanga does too.
I hereby claim this ring in the name of Better Than Utopia.
Regal, for a guy who's made a lot of American dollars, really loves to join the anti-American stables. Like the time he joined that all-European stable. Edge goes on to lose to Sheamus at the Survivor Series.
Oh, what a kick to the skull! Out of nowhere! 1, 2, 3!
But the group still wins all the belts. With the UK crew out in the ring,
you trash talk every legendary stable. But if you mention the Four Horsemen, you gotta expect that Arn Anderson or Ric Flair will show up to defend the group's honor.
It can't be! I think that's the music of the Four Horsemen, King! It's the enforcer of the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson!
Did you just say your group, United Kingdom, that's been around for the length of a sneeze, is superior to the Four Horsemen? A group that dominated for 20 years? Did I hear that right?
Drew, you talk out of sorts again, and I'll bend you over my knee. At least it was a threat of a spanking, and not a Glock being pulled out on you. Arn Anderson says that John Cena wants his rematch. Are you going to accept Sheamus? Sheamus is kind of mad at Wade Barrett.
You screwed me, Wade!
And Regal has to play peacemaker. Okay, it looks like they're gonna boot Wade Barrett from the group. He's a weak link. But wait, now he's the world champ? Oh, it doesn't even matter as Regal holds onto the handshake a little too long. And now they're gonna beat him down in the Elimination Chamber. Sheamus is able to survive against Miz and John Cena, and we have a stare down between John Cena and Sheamus. Now it's Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, there's a brogue kick, and Daniel Bryan is out. R-Truth versus Sheamus, he gets kicked, he's eliminated. Now Drew McIntyre and Sheamus are gonna work together. So much dysfunction. This is a self-destructing team. Wade Barrett was under the ring. He hits the wasteland, and now Drew McIntyre is the new champ. And this is WWE 2K12 Drew McIntyre, not modern day. I thought this UK-based stable was like a family. But here comes Sheamus, and he's gonna attack from behind. He's gonna hit Wade Barrett with a chair shot. Regal does not like that. He is pissed at Sheamus. You know, they all could have been champs going into WrestleMania. Good things never last, the trust is no longer there, and that's why Sheamus has to beat down William Regal. Regal's old stablemate MVP, he can't help himself.
He also has a need to just keep making stables.
Which is why he just brought back the Hurt Business. And they're gonna join up with Becky Lynch's group, the Savages. They get what they want.
Your team could end up legendary, like the NWO or the Shield. You get to pick a team name. Or if you don't want to make a decision, join the Dark Order. Join the Dark Order.
No stable can last forever. Eventually, the cracks start to form.
As long as the four of us stick together, there's nobody on Raw that can stop us. And that's very, very cool.
We have a new champion! We have a new champion!
Hey, wait a minute!
What is this? Oh my gosh! Oh!
There could be a member in the group who just loses way too often, and you don't want to look weak. Or maybe the leader of this team is using everybody else to do his dirty work, and then those guys begin questioning, and then a revolt happens. Why are you the leader when I'm the one with the title shot? Why do I have to fight your battles?
Big Show's too tired. He can't fight them all. What's going on here? Come on, JR. Don't play dumb. It's obvious. He was in on the plan to jump Big Show all along. I don't believe that for a second.
Wrestlers can't be trusted. Stone Cold has for years preached DTA, and he wasn't wrong. You don't turn your back, especially on the Wolfpack. You're never gonna have a fair fight, and somebody is always out to take advantage of you. Your GMs have already chosen their favorites, and they're not gonna play ball, so your life might suck for a little bit. Are you gonna be a punk and take that abuse? Sometimes they give you an option. If you're disrespected, you can do something about it. Eat belt, nerd.
Oh no!
What the heck? What was that all about?
It's like the old HBK shirt. Don't hunt what you can't kill. You gotta live by that motto. You do what works for you, or you're gonna be eaten alive.
I lied.
That's why it's good to have some trustworthy friends, or just recruit guys to have your back.
But we could actually work well together because of everything we have in common.
Talking about your new faction, huh? I don't know. Maybe we're too similar to coexist. We might butt heads.
But if things look like they're going south, just throw that friend a birthday bash. Get balloons, a cake, and then everything should be all good. But don't show too much male love. Or Mr. Stay away from women like Stephanie, the dead man, will call you, yeah, you know. It's a good thing guys like this are mature enough to work out their issues as a tag team.
I reckon the four of us together would make for a formidable faction.